The Wally Show podcast is our daily radio show heard live through the WayFM app each morning and hosted by Wally, Gavin, and me, Betty Rock. For more fun, be sure to connect with us at wayfm.com/Wally.
The Wally Show podcast is brought to you by Colorado Christian University Online, where you can earn a degree online just like Betty Rock. You can learn more at ccu.edu/Wally. Getting you caught up. It's news-ish on The Wally Show.
If you've never used ChatGPT, then you have two different options. So there's the option of you can type what you want in and then it will type back and you can read it, or it can actually speak back to you.
I haven't done that yet.
Yeah, it's pretty unique. Now, I have noticed this thing about ChatGPT that it never initiates ending a conversation. It will just keep the conversation going because if you keep responding, it keeps inputting. So I think this is hilarious, especially for those of us who worry that AI might be taking over. This is proof that we've still got a long ways to go. Two guys took it upon themselves to bring up ChatGPT on their phones, and they let the two ChatGPTs try to end a conversation together.
Oh, that's funny.
And this is how it went.
Thanks a bunch. I'll catch you later and let you know how everything turns out. Take care.
Sounds good. Talk to you later. Take care.
You too. Have a great one, and I'll be here whenever you need me.
Thanks. Looking forward to it. Enjoy your day.
Thanks so much. You enjoy your day as well.
Take care.
You take care too. Talk to you soon.
Bye for now.
Bye for now. Catch you later.
See you later.
See you later. Have a great one.
That is so funny because the thing is, like, that is real life in texting too. Because you never know how to get out of a conversation. That's why the Lord invented emojis. Because you emoji that last thing, and that's everybody's universal signal. Do not respond. Not with another emoji, not with a ha-ha, not with anything. When someone hits you with an emoji at the end, you're done.
Yes. So we can't depend on ChatGPT to know how to end a conversation because it doesn't even know. Another thing that we can't depend on for ChatGPT is health situations. So this guy, he found out that he needed to find a salt alternative. I think salt has to do with your blood pressure, right?
Yeah, it can raise your blood pressure.
So some people are trying to find these salt alternatives. That's what this guy did. Instead of going to a doctor, he said, ChatGPT, give me one. And it said, try sodium bromide. Not knowing what it was, he bought some and started taking it, and it actually did work. But he didn't know that sodium bromide was actually used in pesticides, and so it hasn't been used in regular food at all. He started realizing that he wasn't feeling great after 3 months of use.
Wow.
Took himself to the hospital, and they realized he had poisoning from sodium bromide.
I have questions though. Like if you're gonna ingest something, like you'd go to like your grocery store and be like, okay, salt alternative. Hey, do you guys have sodium bromide? And they're like, no, we don't carry that. That's a pretty good sign. Like if he got it from a feed store, or if he got it from an old hardware store or something.
Then you would think, but I bet what he did was he ordered it off Amazon. And I bet through Amazon, you don't know. You just get it in the mail and you use it. ChatGPT said it's okay, so why not?
He didn't read the reviews. That was his fault.
Gotta read those reviews.
Boy, I had this salt, sodium bromide, almost killed me. 1 star. You gotta look at the reviews.
I'm in love, and I don't care who knows it.
Uplifting WayFM. This is The Wally Show. And I've been married for 33 years. My wife and I have been together for like 37 years. It's been a long time. So
she is a lover of punishment.
She is a saint is what she is. And so I had somebody, a friend of the show, Katie Mel, hit me up the other day. She says, hey, I'm going on my first date. We're likely going to go to Cracker Barrel. Nice choice. Good menu. Things to talk about on the wall. Hopefully it goes well. We've been texting for a few weeks now. Any advice on my first date? I'm kind of awkward and shy around guys, so I need a little help. And so I thought, you know what? I can help you out.
She came
to me.
To you.
Came to me, yeah.
The dating expert.
Yep, the guy who's got game. Or actually, never had it. And I'd say 33 years ago, I had game. That's not true. Never had game. And so, but I do know some things here. Things to look for, because I've talked to Betty, and there's one key thing that Betty talks about when she's talking to a potential suitor to court her. It's that they ask questions about you.
Yes, guys are really bad about this. I don't know if you're a guy, pay attention, or if you're in the dating scene. The girls want to be asked questions, and so sadly, women are really good at carrying on conversations, whereas men, you ask them like, "How was your day?"
It's good.
Fine.
All right.
What color is the sky?
Debatable.
It doesn't. But you could ask me a question,
Right.
But I keep asking questions, and that's why you're probably not getting a second or a third date
Yeah.
because you're not asking conversation.
See, it's important for women to know that you're A, communicative,
Yes.
and B, that you want to hear how they feel. And then do you want to listen? And that you want to...
It's not about that. It's
and
about
enjoy it.
caring about
Yes,
someone else besides yourself.
Exactly. And you're not just turning every part of the conversation back around about you.
Right.
Like, so that's a
You
really
get
good
it.
thing. So I was like, look for that, okay?
Yes.
I think that's a dating green flag. The other thing I said is while you're out there, watch how he treats the server. Does he treat the server well? Even if they're not a good server. Like, does he treat the person well? Does he tip well? You know, things like that. Look at those. Because how he treats that server is how he might treat other people in real life. Or you look at it and you go, okay, this person's serving you, but you think you're better than them because you're treating them bad. So I'm like, that's a really good green flag to look for if they treat them well. So let's talk about this. Let's help out Katie here. What are some other dating green flags that you remember from when you were dating, or maybe you're in that world right now like Betty and you look for? These are some of the things I think are good green flags to help Katie out. So here you go. 855-33-WAY-FM. That's 855-33-WAY-FM. We'll take yours now. What would you add to this list, Paige?
I would have to add them making sure that you're comfortable with everything and making sure you're okay throughout the night, especially with it being the first date. That was always important for me.
I think that's very important and a major green flag, Paige, just because watching a lot of crime shows or listening to a lot of crime podcasts, that is top of mind. And if he is aware that I could feel uncomfortable, then he is aware of other people's feelings outside of his own.
I get it. Yeah, is the trunk spacious enough for you? You know? What would you say is green flag behavior on a date that's like, okay, yeah, you get a second date?
I'm like you, Ollie. I've been married 38 years. And
I'm sorry. No.
Yeah, I accept it.
Something to look forward to, Betty Lou.
She's my best friend. She knows everything about me and she loves me anyway. But one thing that I have learned over the years, does the guy open your car door? Does he open the door to the building you're going into? In a restaurant, I always let my wife order first.
I actually went on a first date one time with a guy that he didn't even ask me what I wanted.
No.
He ordered for both of us, and I just sat there and I was like, did that really just happen?
Okay, now wait. Was it because you were at a place like that? You were like, hey, I've never been here before. I don't know what's good. I'm not even wearing shoes.
No, I hadn't even been there before, and he was a big fan of the place.
Right.
But still, it doesn't matter. You should at least ask me.
I would have said, hey, look, I know you haven't been here before. I can order for you something that I think is really good.
Right.
But if not, here are a couple options maybe you want to go with.
Right. That was not a conversation that was had. It was we sit down and he orders for both of us.
When I first got out of the military, I waited tables part-time, and I intentionally would ask the woman first what she wanted to eat. And if the guy started to answer for her, I would tell him, excuse me, I'm talking to her.
I'm trying to get her number, bro, not yours.
Exactly.
Uplifting Away FM, this is The Wally Show, and we are about to cross a pretty big milestone here as we start Support Drive on Friday, and we wanted to kick off our Support Drive. You may have heard us do the Support Drives where we raise the funds necessary to do what we do every day, 24/7, 365, but we normally will do challenges with people, like one person or like a family says, hey, we want to challenge people to join in support of Way FM, and we're going to do $25,000. We'll challenge them to do the same, like within an hour's time, and if you can do that, it turns into like $50,000. So it's really great. But we thought it would be fun to have the first challenge of the day to set off Support Drive to be what Way FM is all about, and that's people. Everybody doing a little bit to do something really big. And so we've had people since Monday getting involved and saying, hey, I want to be part of your first People's Challenge. Gavin, what is the total that we were at right now?
We actually just now crossed 9,000.
Nice.
So,
all right.
that's
So
amazing.
we could be north of 10,000 here in the next, 10 minutes. And it just takes people that are listening like you that say, okay, I want to be part of this first challenge to kick off support drive. So whether it's a $50 gift, whether it's a $500 gift, whether it's a $5,000 gift, whatever you choose to give right now, your single gift is going to go into this pot. And then what's going to happen is when we do that first challenge of the event, whatever that number is, if it's $10,000, 20, 30, 40, whatever it is, that will probably end up being doubled right out of the gate. And that's how you start a support drive. But we cannot do this without you. So thank you for hearing this. Thank you for even considering jumping in before we even get to support drive. You're pretty awesome.
Yeah, text the word GIVE to 91979 and we will send you a link so you can get in right now before time runs out. That's GIVE to 91979 to give your best monthly or single gift.
I would love to see us, as we're kind of running out of time here in the hour, to cross that $10,000 mark here in just the next few songs. That would be huge. And so it can happen. That's the cool thing about support drives is when you watch God move and people get generous, big things happen, and they happen quickly sometimes. And so if you'd like to be part of it, you may probably weren't even planning on doing this today, and you heard it and you thought, oh, yeah, that sounds pretty good. Would you get involved? Because if you do that, somebody else next to you does that, and someone next to them does that. Before you know it, we cross $10,000 and we're headed to 20 or 30 or whatever this could be. So if you want to help out, just text the word, like Betty said, GIVE to 91979.
Hey, Wally, do you have a minute?
Sorry, busy.
I have cake.
Oh, what do you need?
Yeah, see, that's a perfect example of even though we are busy, we make time for what's important.
Yeah, because going back to school as an adult, you're busy with work, you've got family, but if you want to make your education a priority, trust me, you can do it. Betty did.
Like when I first started, I was super intimidated because it had been a while since I've been in school. But I mean, from the very first conversation, I felt like they were setting me up for success.
Yeah, and going back to school with CCU's flexible online courses makes it so convenient.
Yeah, and what's so cool is every class has a biblical worldview perspective. And so you think, well, how can they turn math into a biblical worldview? They find a way.
Yeah, and that was one of my jobs when I was teaching at CCU, was integrating not just the facts and figures of things, but how your faith plays into what you're going to do.
CCU offers Christ-centered higher education, transforming students to impact the world with grace and truth.
Cultivate your mind without compromising your heart. Get started today at online.ccu.edu. Colorado Christian University is a non-profit impact partner.
Do you want the good news or
I've got good news
the bad news?
and good news.
Well, looks like good news it is. It's News-ish on The Wally Show.
All right, I'm going to start this with a disclaimer that I realize this is going to not be the most popular study type thing within comparing it to faith, okay? So they did like this study about how couples can bond together and what's that thing that will bond them together. And they found that gossiping makes you a stronger couple. I mean, that's why Betty Rock and I are such good work friends.
Because we gossip?
She brings me all the tea because she's like a little, she has her ears open and she's constantly coming to me, talking to me about, oh, this person or this person or this boss or this boss. No, I'm just kidding.
Oh my gosh, I do not.
No, Betty Rock is not like that. I was trying to get her in trouble.
But I can see where when you're gossiping, it's because you two have a very common enemy.
Exactly.
And that brings you together.
Yeah, and so they said that the research said that like the average of 38 minutes a day gossiping, that's a lot.
Wow.
It brings you together because it's like your partner in crime kind of thing. And they think that it forms an emotional bond because you're on the same team. You're both, like you're saying, Betty, it's having that common enemy, and stuff. But then as I started thinking about it, I think there are other factors in addition to that. One is superiority. Because what do you do when you're gossiping about somebody? You are putting yourself up as the moral high ground and the moral superior person because you're like, oh, they do this, but we don't do this. Oh my gosh, look at their relationship. Their relationship is in tatters. Our relationship is great. Even if it's not, you look at somebody else's and you put yourself in a position above them. And then the other part of it is communication. Like you're communicating. Like, and this is what women want out of relationships. And so, like, guys are, you're both, talking about it and you're both dishing on it. The only problem with it is it's a negative, destructive behavior that eventually runs its course, and then you start to wonder, well, are they talking bad about me, when they're with their friends?
Because I always think about that. If I hear someone that's like, I have a friend that just keeps gossiping, and I'm like, well, what's keeping her from gossiping about me? So you do have to be careful.
Yeah, and I never think about that. I'm just like, just give it to me. Don't care what you say about me.
Oh, my gosh.
No, but I was thinking about this. I'm like, would there be a way to accomplish these things, the common enemy, the closeness, the bond, without having the negative aspect of the gossip to that? Like, what could you do to strengthen your relationship that kind of has these elements to it, but it's not the gossip? Could you positively gossip about somebody? Would that work?
I mean, if you're praying for them, does it count?
That's a prayer request. There you go. You solved it, Rock. Nicely done. Are you kidding me?
Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me right now?
Uplifting Way FM. This is the Wally Show. And one of the things that we love to do is Are You Kidding Me? Where we talk to kids about their lives and what's going on with them. Because I love their honesty and stuff. And so kids are back in school. And they had done like a poll from parents. Are you happy that your kids are back in school? 51% of parents were like, yep.
And I don't blame them one bit. I would be too if you have someone that's at home just screaming the whole time and saying, I'm bored, I'm bored, I'm bored. You want them to go back
That
to school.
was me. Oh, my goodness. My poor mom had to find things for me to do.
Bless her heart.
But here's what I want to talk about with you as a kid. Okay, so you're back in school now, most of you. Not everybody is, but if you are back in school right now, kind of checking in. How's it going? You doing all right? Yeah, how's your heart today? Like, is your first week back or first couple weeks back been okay? You doing good? What are you excited about for this year? Kind of, because I know going back to school for me was always tumultuous. Like, I struggled, but that's not everybody's story. Like, some kids are like, I love school. I can't wait to be back in. And so just curious. Or maybe you were dreading it, but you're finding that, this is not bad like I thought it was going to be. It's going to be a good year. You're hopeful. You're optimistic.
Bright-eyed and bushy-tailed.
I need that for coming to work today, so inspire me, okay? 855-33-WAY-FM. That's 855-33-WAY-FM. Now, remember, if you need to get your parents' permission to call, please do that. But we'd love to talk to you. It's Are You Kidding Me? Just kids now. How is your first week back at school been? 855-33-WAY-FM. We'll take yours now. How long have you been back in school, Rachel?
We started yesterday.
Oh, so it's fresh. Okay. What grade are you in?
7th.
All right. So how's it going so far? How was day one?
It's good. I like my teachers.
That's good, because that's always a nerve-wracking thing, because you always hear things about teachers like, oh, Miss Krabappel, she's tough or whatever. And so, like, I'm glad that you like your teacher. What else has been good about your first day?
I met this girl, and she helped me a lot.
Oh, good. So you made a new friend?
Mm-hmm.
So are you hopeful about the year? Like, you think it's going to be a good school year?
I think so.
Well, that's good, Rachel. I'm happy for you. I appreciate you being on the show with us today.
Thank you.
All right, Olivia, you're up. You're back in school. How's it going?
It's going really good. I love all my teachers, and it's super fun.
Okay, how long have you been back in?
About a week now.
About a week. Okay, because Rachel had been in a day. A little early to tell. A week. You've got a pretty good handle on how things are going to go. How's the cafeteria? How's the food this year?
It's okay.
What do you get at the cafeteria? What's like one good thing that you could get there?
Their chicken is really good.
Okay.
Do they make those square pizzas still? Do they give you those?
No, they don't do that anymore.
Oh.
I think that's because they found out they were carcinogens.
That explains so much.
So how long have you been back in school, Avery?
3 days.
Oh, that's not very long. How's it going? Is it okay?
Yeah, it's pretty fun.
Pretty fun? Okay, well, what's been your favorite part so far?
Getting back with my friends.
Oh, you missed them over the summer break?
Yeah.
So what's the tea? What's the gossip? Like, has anybody done anything special over the summer break?
I mean, like, there were a lot of pool parties. I did a pool party. There was a birthday party.
Y'all were just partying it up.
Yeah, now it's back to the grind. You know the feeling. That's what your parents go through every day for you, Avery. They go to work so that you can just be out there pool partying.
Exactly.
All right, Jonas, you're up. How long have you been back in school?
2 weeks.
2 weeks. Okay, so you're a veteran now, man. You got the whole thing dialed in. So what's good about school so far for you?
My friends, I like my teachers, I like basketball.
You like basketball? Do they have a team there that you could try out for?
Yes.
Oh, good. Have you ever made a basketball team before?
Yeah, last year I made the team.
Oh, cool. Tell me what that's like. I never made a basketball team my entire elementary and high school career. I got cut every year. I kept trying, which is commendable, although the coach said stop trying. But
You get to play on the court. It feels good to be able to just go in the game. Everybody's watching.
yeah, it feels good to have people watching you and be part of a team, huh? Yeah, it's pretty great, Jonas. Thanks. Not making me feel better about my school days.
You'll get there one day.
You know what, Jonas? I don't think I will.
He's 57 years old, Jonas. Don't you think that's a bit old?
Veteran League.
Veteran League. Uplifting Way FM. This is the Wally Show. There used to be like one of these medical shows that I watched. I can't remember what the name it was, but the first couple episodes, there was this one doctor in there, and he was like, "How can I help? How can I help? How can I help?" That was his thing. And I love that concept of, like the people that are willing in life to be like, well, how can I help? And that's kind of where we're at right now with our support drive coming up. We're creating with you a pre-support drive, first support drive challenge. Okay, it's called the People's Challenge. We're kicking off the very first break of support drive on Friday. And we're going to kick it off with a challenge that's been created by people just like you. Usually a challenge is one person gives a big chunk of money, but we thought it would be fun because this is how Way FM exists, is people like you, individuals that listen to the ministry here and love it and want to support it. And so we thought, okay, let's combine a bunch of people together for our first challenge to set the tone for the event. And I'm loving this. We're about to cross $10,000 already in the People's Challenge. Like, that is really cool. So if you're that how can I help person, if you're that, well, what do you need? Just tell me what you need. I'd love to help out. To cross the $10,000, we need one person right now doing a $200 gift. That's what it's going to take to cross $10,000.
Awesome.
So maybe you weren't thinking about doing this today, but you hear that and you're like, oh, $200 to get over 10,000 and guarantee we have a $10,000 challenge to start. I can do that. Count me in. Would love to see that happen. If that could be you right now in this next song or two, that would be amazing, because the difference you make in supporting the ministry of Way FM, it's great because it's good for you and your family or your friends or whoever you listen to it with, but it's also is good for other people that are kind of struggling. Way FM exists because people like you chose to support it, and if you've ever needed it, it's because it was there because somebody else supported it ahead of you, and so I love people paying that back and getting involved today.
So if you could be that person that Wally has been asking for, text the word give to 91979. That's give to 91979. When you send that text, we'll send you one back with a link, and you can give your gift, whether that's monthly or singularly.
And you have someone from Anonymous, speaking of singularly, they got involved from Louisville. They gave $500.
Nice.
Super above and
There you
beyond.
go.
She said that they said that God has never failed me. Sometimes the answers may arrive differently than expected.
Sure.
But God always delivers, and Way FM has played a huge part in that.
There you go. I love that. And so that's a person that helped get us to this point here. So could you be our person that says, you know what, I'm going to help out right now. What do you need? How can I help? I want to do it. $200 right now is going to push us over that $10,000 mark. So maybe that's you, or maybe you even want to go above and beyond that, and you're like, all right, let's do the 200 plus 200 and do 400 and go above that, because this challenge will be as big as people choose to make it. So thank you for what you do for your Way FM, even before we get to Support Drive on Friday. If you want to give, text the word give to 91979.
It's today's Music Insider
TMI.
with Gavin.
TMI, my friends.
If there is somebody that has the hot hand in Christian music these days, it is Forrest Frank, best known
Absolutely.
for his song Good Day.
I'm about to have a good day.
This is what kind of introduced him into the Christian market. And I know he was a Christian and an artist before and stuff, but this was the song that broke for him.
It really launched him. And then a few weeks ago, he was riding a skateboard. Dangerous activity to start
at that
with.
age.
At that age, at 30, I think he's 31 years
Yeah.
old. And he actually fell off, cracked his back, and so he's in bed with what was it? An L3 and L4, his
fracture,
vertebrae. All this stuff happens, and he's in his bed. But that doesn't stop him from making music. And in his bed, he made the song "God's Got My Back."
God's got my back.
He's on that grind.
Even when I fall, look at it. God's got my back.
You can't slow that guy down, man. It's
No,
crazy.
it's funny because you say it can't slow him down. He was still in bed and wrote another song that's really blowing up right now, and it's called Lemonade.
Yeah, it's like this guy is just writing a million songs.
My Jesus, he be making lemonade. Lemonade.
I would argue that breaking his back was the best thing that happened to this guy.
It's made him like super relevant. And then there was this.
Well, because didn't you say this is the number one? Or is this the number one streaming song right now?
It is. It is massively popular. Today's the first time I had heard it, though.
Yeah.
So,
Not in Christian music streaming, in streaming.
Just in general. And so, there are. He's going crazy right now, and he won't stop making music. And recently, along with, he broke his back, David Crowder actually broke I think it was his ankle.
Yeah.
And he actually was like, hey, Forrest, how do I get back on the mend from this? Learning from me, because Forrest had this crazy story of
God
healing of
him,
his back. But then Forrest on his Instagram posted a video kind of saying he wanted to collaborate with David Crowder on a song.
As I'm looking at this post, I'm thinking you may not be able to stand out of your bed, but you can stand on the rock of Jesus Christ. So I started a song. If you want to be a part of it, let me know. Here's kind of the general direction.
I put my faith in Jesus. I put my trust in God. All of the ground is sinking sand. So I'm standing on the rock.
Dadgummit. I want to hate it because it's basically the same song over and over and over again. But man, that is catchy. That is hooky. I do like that. I'd like to see Crowder put his flavor on that too.
Well, he collaborates a lot these days. He did a song with Toby Mac.
Yeah.
I think he's just got the hot hand right now. And I think that could be another
But
good song.
Crowder's 53. He's an old man. He's a little wiser. He's like, yeah, I'm totally going to do this. When I can walk and I'm not in bed. Slow down, Forrest. You're killing us all. There you go. That's going to do it for your TMI.
I wasn't even listening. I was listening to podcasts.
Uplifting Way FM. This is The Wally Show. Speaking of podcasts, we actually have one. We do it every day right after the show, and it's brand new content that you don't get during the show. No music, just kind of life stuff. Sometimes funny, sometimes serious, sometimes dumb.
In this case.
Is that what the case is? Okay,
Yes.
good. I don't know what you're going to play. And so here's a little snippet of it. If you want to check out our podcast, it's free. All you have to do is text the letters TWS, which stands for The Wally Show, TWS to 91979, and we'll send you a link how you can subscribe.
So here's what happened. We had a listener that asked us, hey, if you were a vegetable, what would you be? And there's so many vegetables out there, so I thought I would take to ChatGPT and ask it to figure it out for us. This is what it had to say about Gavin.
Oh, delightful.
It says you're wholesome, you're sweet.
Kind of orange.
You're soft. Occasionally, you get tossed into chaotic situations like a salad, but somehow remains unbothered and adorable.
That's very true.
Also, probably keeps snacks in his glove compartment. And it even said this, in parentheses, bladder size aside.
No, it did
That's
not.
not fair.
And so that is how the internet knows
but
you.
She plugged that, you typed out something about my bladder.
No, I said what you know of the Wally Show.
So the internet knows that you have a tiny bladder. That is
You
what
will
you
go
are known
down
for.
in history as the tiny bladder boy.
Dude,
Oh, man.
it's like they say, there's no bad publicity.
Are you sure
okay?
about that?
I'm not 100% sure, no.
Okay.
When it happens to me, there is bad publicity. When it happens to you, it's just good. It's all
Okay,
good.
great.
You know what? You want to be remembered for something.
It started off, I got here, literally day one, we went to Chick-fil-A, and maybe 10 minutes in, I'm like, hey, can I scoot out and go to the bathroom? It's never been the same since.
No, because he scoots out a lot. And so...
And it has become a main theme for a lot of conversations. If you don't want to miss out on that, just text the letters TWS to 91979 and we will send you a link.
Uplifting Away FM. This is the Wally Show, and Friday starts our support drive, and we're trying to get ahead of this a little bit as we go into it, because you've maybe heard support drive where we do challenges where one person puts up a big chunk of money and then challenges other people to give, and then that money gets doubled a lot of times or more, which is a big boost for support drive. And so the idea was to have this challenge not created by one person, but created by many people doing a little bit. Because a lot of times there are people that think, I can't really get involved. I don't have $25,000. I mean, I can't do a challenge. I can't get involved. But nothing could be further from the truth. And that's why I love the People's Challenge, because whether you have $5 or $5,000, you can count towards making this challenge happen right now. So we start on Friday. Our first challenge out of the gate is going to be what's built today and tomorrow. What happens between today and tomorrow is going to set up that challenge. So right now, Gavin, what are we at right now?
We crossed the $10,000 mark.
Nice! I do like that. Let's go! That's how you do. So this thing could be $15,000 by tomorrow. It could be $20,000. It could be $30,000. I don't know. It just depends on you and having your heart move to say, you know what? I want to be a part of this. I want to kick off the support drive in grand fashion. And maybe if you've never gotten involved with support drive before, you don't even really fully understand it, this might be a great way to jump in and be part of kicking it off. Because again, without you, WayFM doesn't exist. This is how we are able to stay on the air and do the things that you like. You listen for a reason. If you're just stopping by here on your way to a different station, that's great. Hey, welcome. But most people are here intentionally, and there's a reason that they listen. So if that is because it's meant something to you or someone in your life, would you consider supporting it now, and would you consider helping us build maybe even the biggest first hour challenge we've ever had? That's exciting.
That is very exciting, and you can play a part in it right now when you text GIVE, G-I-V-E, to 91979. When you do that, we're going to send you a link, and you can just click on that link and give your gift. That's GIVE to 91979. Growing up in poverty has never been easy for children, but with the added challenges of the pandemic, conflict, and natural disasters, families around the world are facing an unprecedented food crisis. Unfortunately, those who are already hungry are now even more desperate. But by sponsoring a child through compassion, you can help provide life-sustaining essentials such as food and clean water. And with your compassionate support, that child can not only survive, but also flourish. You can find out how and choose a child to sponsor when you click on the compassion banner at wayfm.com.
Uplifting Way FM. This is The Rock Report with Betty Rock.
If you haven't stayed up to date on country music or haven't been a big fan of Nashville, then you may not have heard of the Grand Ole Opry. But it opened its doors back in November of 1928, and when you first tuned in, it sounded kind of like this.
There's a rabbit in the log and he got my dog. How will I give him my note?
Okay, this is what I picture going on in Betty's head sometimes when I say something and she looks at me.
This is a top-rated song on my Spotify.
There's like a blank look on her face, and I just picture this.
I'll get me a burr and I'll twist in his hair.
So this is what the Opry used to sound like, but it's not like that anymore.
No, not anymore. It's really updated itself to the point where Hallmark Channel is now partnering with the Grand Ole Opry for a new movie they are planning to put out called A Grand Ole Opry Christmas.
I have one question. How did it take this long? They've done Hallmark movies about everything else. Christmas tree farms, big city lawyers, whatever. Like, how did it take this long to get to the Grand Ole Opry?
That is a very great question, Wally, one that I cannot answer. But if you're wondering, well, what is the premise? What's the plot of A Grand Ole Opry Christmas? Well, it's the same as all the rest of them, just with a little tiny twist. So the story follows Gentry Woods. She's the daughter of a late country legend who's transported back to 1995 for a magical holiday reunion that helps her finish a song that she started decades ago. Now, what do you want to bet?
I hope it's not legit time travel. I hope it's like just emotionally she gets back there.
But what do you want to bet? She meets a current.
Yes.
No, a big time country singer from 1995. She
Sure.
falls in love with him, and then she has to decide: does she want to go back or does she want to stay?
Oh,
She's gonna
yeah.
stay.
Yeah.
Gentry, you should stay.
She has to. You go, girl. You deserve better.
Well, we don't have a premiere date yet. They all Hallmark said was that they are going to premiere it at the 16th annual Countdown to Christmas, which last year was in October. So, but one interesting thing about Hallmark's Grand Ole Opry Christmas, it's actually coming out with a special line of Opry-themed Hallmark gifts.
Oh, really?
I don't know what that's even going to
mean,
entail.
I don't
like
either.
a little guitar?
Maybe
that says
like a
Hallmark on
Christmas
it?
ornament or something like that.
Honestly,
Or-
I've never been a big fan of Hallmark, but I have been a big fan of this.
Of course.
Falling, drifting, spinning around.
This is one of the best Hallmark movies ever, Christmas Magic. And the song, obviously, is a banger. They know what they're doing when it comes to this. So if they did this for this one, can you imagine what the Opry song is going to sound like?
It would sound a little more twangy.
Oh, yeah. The flow falling on the rooftops. Yeah, it's going to be great. I cannot wait. Well, look for that hopefully in October. And that is going to do it for your Rock Report.
Bring it on.
I could wait all my life for an angel.
Yeah, that's what it would actually sound like. Uplifting Way FM, this is the Wally Show, and road trips are obviously better with the right soundtrack going on behind you while you're driving.
You have to vibe when you drive.
Absolutely. And that brings up a good point. You mentioned vibe. Somebody had put together like a list of what they thought would be the best artist to have one artist, if you could only have one artist to road trip to, okay? And because things like that, the vibe's important. The number of hits is important as well. And some of the ones that made the list, I do not get this. Paul McCartney.
A wonderful Christmas time.
That's the only Paul McCartney song I could tell you. That's it.
Well, besides the Beatles stuff.
No, but they said Paul McCartney specifically. If you had said Beatles, 100%. There's a million Beatles songs, but not Paul McCartney. Another good one they came up with was Tom Petty. That's a vibey drive song.
I'm free falling.
Yeah, like things you can sing to, like with the windows down, I think are important. That's a good one. Queen also made this list.
Thunderbolts and lightning, very, very frightening me.
And this is one that's fun you can do with everybody sitting in your car like they did in Wayne's World.
Yeah.
You know, so those are a couple of the good ones. You got to be careful though too, because you could pick a band that you like one song from, like, say you picked Pearl Jam. Can't find a better man. But then you're going to get stuck with a bunch of songs. You're like, oh, I do not like this. Oh, wow. I'm so depressed. By the time you get to where you're going, you're just sad, you know? So that's what you have to avoid. One way to avoid that is by picking number 23 on this list, Weird Al.
Don't you tell me you're full, just eat it. Eat it. Get yourself an egg and beat it.
Weird Al is always fun. Like, so that's a thing. But can you have too much Weird Al?
Is there such a thing? No.
Yeah, and we just hit it.
I think you could get 2 songs in and it'd be enough.
Absolutely. So here's the conversation with you right now, okay? One artist, 12-hour road trip, who do you pick? Think about the types of songs and number of songs. Can be Christian, can be mainstream, whatever you would pick, it's up to you. I think if you're Christian, Toby is a guarantee because of the number of hits. But I would not rule out like a Sanctus Real. Sanctus Real is a band that has a bunch of sleeper hits. They're like the Christian Matchbox 20.
Yeah, but you don't want to sleep behind
No,
the wheel.
sleeper that they've had a bunch of songs that you like and go, oh, that's Sanctus Real. Oh, that's Sanctus Real. Oh, I like that. They're not that big flashy band, but they have solid songs that could get you through a 12-hour road trip.
Interesting.
So those are my thoughts on this. What are yours? 855-33-WAY-FM. That's 855-33-WAY-FM. 12-hour road trip, only listen to one artist. Who is it going to be and why? We're curious, who would that be if you could only call us and have one person here, Rusty?
Toby Mac.
Yeah, Toby's a good one because he has a lot of different songs that also run the gamut. Because you got fun songs like J Train. Or sometimes when you're driving, you just want to feel the feels, and you've got some sadder stuff, but serious stuff that's really good.
Just across the Jordan, or a city in the stars. Are you singing with the angels? Are you happy where you are?
We're all about it. I like it.
You could go old school and go Toby Mac in the Momentum days and get some rap rock, like that song Extreme Days. That's a good offering there, Rusty. We're going to add him to the list. Thank you.
Right on. He gives so much energy, it just can't help but be upbeat on a car trip.
What is a Christian artist that you would be like, I could deal with this for 12 hours. I would enjoy this road trip more?
I'm going to go with a band that can do the fast as well as the slow.
Okay.
They got it all, and in between, I'm going to go with Unspoken.
Oh, good job. I can see you. You don't have a convertible, but you'd have somebody cut the roof off of your car, and then just to have a convertible. And then when you've got to put it back on, you're going to be a blue tarp and some duct tape.
Totally.
But you'd be killing it with this.
Love it.
I love that. They're a band that has a bunch of hits that you forget about, too. Not you forget about them, but you forget that, oh, they wrote this song, too. Yeah, that's some good stuff. And then the softer side. All right. I'm going to take your Unspoken, and I'm going to see you and raise you an Afters, okay? And this is why. I think that the Afters are one of those bands that is a surprise band. Like, you don't realize how many hits they had. And they've been around a lot longer than you would think, and they're still making songs. But, like, you'll remember this one, and I think you'll roll down the windows when you hear it. Remember that one?
Oh, yeah,
that's
good.
When we first started here. Because remember I used to go, you light up the sky, you light it on up, light that sky on up. And I would sing that to you on the road trip. Do you want to take a trip?
No, not at all.
Please?
No, what? Never.
You light up the sky.
We're not on a road trip.
Betty Rock would be like, are we there yet? Can we please be there just to make this stop? Uplifting WayFM, this is the Wally Show, and Friday starts our support drive, but people have been showing up prior to, which has been super humbling and cool to see people get involved and rally to give us a head start as we go in to support drive. What we're building is the first challenge of the event right now, and you're helping build that, because normally when we do challenges, it's like one person or a family doing a big gift, $25,000 or something like that, which is just crazy in the first place that somebody has that kind of money to do that with. But they believe in this ministry. But we thought it would be cool to illustrate, too, how we exist because of people like you that listen and that are generous and support this ministry with whatever they can do. Your best single gift right now gets added up together to build our first challenge. So this challenge could be $10,000. If we stopped right now, that's where we would be at. If we had support drive starting, later on today, who knows what it would be at? Or we're going to start it on Friday, so we have today and tomorrow to finish this up. This thing could go from 10,000 where it's at now to 20, 30, 40, whatever it is. And it just takes a couple people getting involved and finding their reason for why they want to give. And why does WayFM mean something to them? Like, this was Eileen's reason.
Our family has been going through such hardship, financial hardship. Our marriage is falling apart. My kids love the station, especially my 8-year-old. He makes sure that he let me know to turn it up when he get in the car. And I think, too, listening to it has given them peace in this rough season because they have handled it like champs. When me and my husband has literally felt like we've on the ground and just like, Lord, we don't have anything left to give. God is with us. I know WayFM has always prayed with us, so you guys are here with us. That's why I give.
Yeah, see, that's the thing, man. We got the prayer wall, and people praying for each other and reaching out and getting prayer, getting free Bibles. That's part of the ministry. But, I love the fact that her kids are getting peace, because the kids get drugged through this stuff that we as adults deal with. And we hope they're handling it fine, but you never know. But the fact that her son is like, Mom, listen to this, probably for two reasons. One, he knows it's going to make her feel better about what she's going through. And then also probably for himself, too. And so she found her reason and she chose to give. And right now, if we could get 10 people in this next 2 songs, just 10 people in 2 songs, each do it $100, that would be amazing to move this challenge even further forward. That would put us at 11. And if we did that every few songs throughout the day, today and tomorrow, believe it, like this thing could be one of our biggest challenges ever to start off the event on Friday. So if any of that resonates with you and sounds good and you're like, you know what, count me in, I'd like to help out, here's how you do it.
Text the word GIVE to 91979 and we will send you a link. It's as simple as that. When you text the word GIVE to 91979, we will send you a link, and that's where you can give your gift right now. Well, that's the end, but it doesn't have to be. Check out our Aftercast. It's new stuff you didn't hear in the podcast. Be sure to rate us on iTunes as well as connect with us on social media. Just search Wally Show. And if you'd like to join our Facebook group made exclusively for you potties, the link is in the description of this podcast. Thanks to Colorado Christian University Online for supporting what we do.